Hi guys, this is just in case you think I'm losing it and I'm starting to teach you 169 again. Not an impossibility completely, but I'm actually just honing in on the answers from yesterday's data to page 169. And just in case some of you are a little confused as to where I got all the figures from, I've filled them in here and I'm going to work through them with you orally. Excuse me, please. I have the old hay fever and sinuses. Science problem this week, guys. Anyway, favorite types of books: fiction, cookery, non-fiction, autobiography, biography, and sorry, excuse me, comics. So we remember yesterday I told you to look at information, the row or the column with the most information, and we saw that non-fiction autobiography gave you quite a bit of information. For example, 25 children non-fiction, and that's 90 degrees. 90 degrees is quarter of the full rotation, 360 degrees. So we know that 25 children was a quarter of the class. So if 25 children is a quarter of the class, the total number of children is 100 children that were surveyed. So if you go to autobiography and you see a 5 is a 20th of the class, to get a 20th of 360, it's 18 degrees. 18 degrees, I was going to say 18 degrees Celsius. Obsessed with the weather. See, guys? Then if you go over to fiction, you have angle for this was 180 degrees, and we know 180 degrees is a straight angle, and that is half the rotation, half the full circle, which is 360. So that's a half, and if that's a half, it's a half of 100, which makes 50 children. So already we have fiction, non-fiction, and autobiography filled in. If we looked at cookery, cookery is 10 children. We know that 10 of a total number of 100 children is 10 over 10, which is a tenth, and that's a tenth of 360. We knock off our 0 and we get 36 degrees QED. Then we look to biography and comics, and they're both the same. And we are told that 5 comics makes 80 degrees, so 5 for biography makes 80 degrees. And 5 out of a total of 100 is 5 into 5 goes once, 5 into 100 goes 20, so that's 20th. There you go, guys. Table filled in. Now look at this table to sketch the pie chart. And we have the different hair colours, and we have seen that a total of 10 children were in 5th class. So it's definitely a country school, a very rural country school. Let's go into and examine the information. So we have 2 out of 10 children had black hair, 4 out of 10 brown, red, 1/10, 1/10, 1 out of 10 it means. 1/10, remember 1 over 10 is 1/10, 1 divided by 10, 10 into 1. So it's a divider line. And then we have 1/5 is 2/10. So we have 1/5 of 360 degrees to get the angle is 72 degrees. And we know that 4/10 is 144, because if you multiply 72 by 2, you get 144, because 4/10 is double 2/10, and 2/5 is double 1/5. And then 1/10, if we divide 10 into 360, as we say, if we're dividing by 10, we knock off a 0, we have 36 degrees, and then we have 36. Now, if it's 1/5 of the total number of the class has black hair, well, 1/5 of 100% is 20%. 3/5 of 100% is 40. 2/5, of 100% is 40%. And then 1/10 is 10%, and then 2/10 of a total of, so 2/10 of 100, 10 into 100 goes 10, and multiplied by 2, 20%. If you add up all your degrees, you should end up at 360 degrees, which you do. And if you add up your percentages, you should end up at 100%, because 100% has to equal to 360 degrees total, the full number. Now let's look at the pie charts for the teachers' cars: Toyota, Ford, Nissan, Hyundai. And we know from yesterday, as I gave you a clue, that 6 teachers drive Ford cars. How many teachers drive Toyotas? So we see that there's 120 teachers drive Toyotas, and 120 degrees out of 360 degrees is a third. So if 120 is the third, and the green Ford is also a third of 360, we know that they're 6 by a third. 6 by 3 is 18. That makes a total of 18 teachers. So if there's 18 teachers, guys, 6 drive Fords, then 6 also drive Toyotas, and so that's 12. And then we have a 6th and a 6th, because we know that a 6th is half of a third. So there's 2 6 in 1/3. And so it says what fraction of teachers drive a Nissan, and the fraction of teachers drive a Nissan is a sixth, the same as Hyundai. And what total number of teachers altogether? 18. How many degrees in each of these sectors? The Hyundai was 60 and the Nissan was 60. If you add up all your degrees, you should end up with 360. And the teachers, we have 6 teachers driving Ford, 6 with Toyota, and then we have 3 with Nissan and 3 with Hyundai, and that is as easy as that, guys. So if you just tune into the next part of this, which is actually on the next uploaded class lesson, I'm actually covering data, page 27. So just there's 2 parts uploaded today: the answers on page 169 separately, and on 170 for this as well. Okay, guys, and we'll talk to you on what day? We'll talk to you next week. Okay, thanks a million, guys.